Everybody, we're live. Live.
Hello.
Yay. Hello. And,
Hello.
and Larry's getting close, ever so close to his screen. I don't know why.
Right. I was prepping my edit for the vlog while you were fixing things.
Wait. Prepping your edit for the vlog? For tomorrow's vlog?
For tomorrow's vlog.
Yeah, tomorrow's vlog.
Where I talk about stupid people that don't understand Black Panther and how important it is. All right, so.
I'm looking your way, Quinn. Quinn is the subject of my Get Off the Lawn feature tonight. Oh my goodness. You know what the funny thing is? Our stream looks good and there's no skipping, but yet in Wirecast we're like in Wirecast I'm looking and I'm looking at my little producer thing there and it doesn't look as good as it does on YouTube, which is shocking. Larry Echo. Uh-oh. That's not what I
told you, man.
Hold on, let me hear here. My little producer thing there, and it doesn't look as good as it does on YouTube, which is shocking. Larry Echo. Uh-oh. That's not what I
told you, man.
Oh, yeah. That ain't right. My little producer thing there. Let's see here. Doesn't look as good as it does on YouTube. Let's see if that fixed it right there. Larry Echo. Larry, say something right now.
Say something right now.
Oh, yeah. That ain't right. Let's see here. Let me hear.
I can still hear it.
Let's see if that fixed it right there. Yeah. Larry Echo. Larry, say something right now.
Say something right now.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, it's even worse now. All right, turn that off. Let's see here. Let me hear.
Mike fixes my video and screws my audio. This guy's out to get me. Ever since when I told him his iPhone 6 Plus video was fine, his audio.
Ooh, it's even worse now.
Or iPhone 6. I don't think we were able to get pluses. Mike fixes my video and screws my audio. This guy's out to get me. Ever since when I told him his iPhone 6 Plus video was fine.
That's funny. All right. Now, the funny thing was, like, the feed was... I wonder if I can mute mine, too. Maybe if that was the problem. Change audio. No. Let's see here. Echo Charlie 4. Echo Charlie 4. Let's see, does that... Ooh, let's see what that does. That's interesting. That didn't have that option before. Echo Charlie 4. Echo Charlie 4. Let's see, does that... Ooh, let's say something, Larry. That's interesting.
Hello.
That didn't have that option before.
It's going to echo. Because I hear the echo.
Let's see, does that... Ooh, let's say something, Larry. That's interesting.
Hello.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know why. Well, it has to be Rendezvous. I mean, that's the only... It's the only change, and I don't know why.
Remember, like I said, if I mute you... Now watch. I'm going to mute you.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to talk, and I bet you're not going to hear any feedback, no echo, no anything. It's going to be clean.
But you can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
It's the only change, and I don't know why.
Remember, like I said, if I mute you... Now watch. I'm going to mute you.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to talk, and I bet you're not going to hear any feedback, no echo, no anything. It's going to be clean.
Nope, it's echoing. You can't hear me.
Yeah, it still sounds like shit. It just doesn't echo on my end.
That is really weird. That must be you then, right?
Yeah, I guess. Shit, I don't know.
Shit, I don't get it. All right, let's see here. What is... Let's just go ahead and disconnect you from Rendezvous and bring you back in. So, hold on one sec. In fact, I'll kill it completely, and then I'll give you a new link. So maybe that was the issue. I just killed Larry. All right, we're going to start a session. Copy it. Okay. Larry's a question mark now. All right. There you go. Let's try this one. Hey! I like that. Boom. How about now? You got
Hello?
You got echo now?
Hello?
Hello?
I hear it.
You hear it? Do you hear me?
Same as it was. Yeah, I hear you.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
All right, we're gonna delete that shot. We are going to, in fact, I don't have any audio coming out of mine. Testing. Testies. 1, 2, 3. I'll bring Larry's dead. Larry's just a question mark. Larry's just a question mark now. So, let's see here. All right, I need to bring in Larry into here. And he changed it to Yo Mama. That is just lovely. That is
I see.
wonderful. All right. Hold on. We're going to crop to the left, crop to the right, bring us both in, and it's all right. Oh, no, I'm going to put Larry right there. There we go.
I'm going to give this video a thumbs up since it's the name of the video.
So perfect. The video is perfect. It's the
Just put subtitles under me and mute me. we got the video this week.
Yeah, right. It's just like one thing after another.
You'll email this guy tomorrow and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're working on the audio thing."
Yeah.
We got the video. That was our first priority, was video.
What audio? No, we didn't bother with
audio.
That part.
I'd rather you just have a picture of me sitting there and the audio's good.
Exactly. I don't get it. All right, let's see how this goes when we go live. What audio? No, we didn't bother with
audio.
That part.
I'd rather you just have a picture of me sitting there and the audio's good.
Exactly. I don't get it. Actually, let's see how this goes when we actually sounds pretty good. What audio? No,
Does it?
We didn't bother with
Hello? I don't have the echo anymore.
Exactly. I don't get it. Hold on. Actually, see how this goes when we actually sounds pretty good.
Does it?
No, it doesn't.
Hello? I don't have the echo anymore. Gosh. Looks like I'm in a freaking chamber.
What the heck? What is that all about?
I don't think I got any settings where I can do anything over here. Check.
I wonder if...
Check.
Whoa. What are you doing over there?
Checking on my stuff.
Yeah.
Check.
Nope. I wonder if...
Check.
Whoa. Nope. What are you doing over there?
Checking on my stuff.
Yeah.
Can you even hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Still sounds like shit, though.
Whoa, that sounds horrible.
That's my... I'm just flipping through my different mics. I'm back on the 416 now.
I wonder if it has to do with...
Check.
Whoa. Nope. What are you doing over there? That's... Yeah, I can hear you. It's still echoing. You know what the funny thing is? I wonder if it has to do with Rendezvous coming through. Because I can't hear you. If I... Go ahead and try to say something now. No. If I mute your audio on Rendezvous, that mutes you completely. Which I don't want to do. Because then they can't hear you at all. Yeah, I can hear you. Still echoing. You know what the funny thing is? I wonder... No. Still echoey. I wonder if I mute me. If I take this out and I delete that, because now they can't hear me. is really dumb. Now it's all back up. And let me see if it gives you an echo here. Say something.
Something, something, something.
Okay. Let's see. Now you probably still hear an echo.
I did.
Is really dumb. Right. Now it's all back up. So there it goes. And let me see if it gives you an echo here. Say something.
Something, something, something.
Okay. Hey, it wasn't echoing.
No, it sounded clean.
Let's see. Now you probably still hear an echo.
I did.
Oh, okay. That doesn't make any sense why you hear an echo and they don't.
I can deal with it.
All right. All right, we're good then. So far. I'll have to report. It's all back up. So there it goes. Report to them. Echo here. Say something. That's like playing back. Hey, it wasn't echoing.
No, it sounded clean.
See, now you probably still hear an echo. I did. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can hear it. That doesn't make any sense why you hear an echo and they don't.
I can deal with it.
All right. All right. All right, there we go. Okay, guys. So sorry for the delay in that. You know, it's like a weekly occurrence. Garbage.
Oh, well, we're getting it.
We're getting there eventually. So, so tonight's... Oh, here, let's go ahead and tweet this out. And
Tweets.
Tweetage.
Waters.
Twattage.
Let's see here.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'm going to give a dedicated tweet tonight. I'm not just going to retweet your crap. Tweet one myself.
I'll let people actually see it then. We are live and about to start the show. Come join us. Complain about technology. Because right now
as we try to get this thing to work.
Complain about our tech.
So say, come on by and say hi. OG podcast is live without TLD, without Unbox Therapy, without MKBHD.
Nice.
Just kidding.
That's just what we want to put out there. Now let me hear you in this feed here real quick and see, make sure that everything's good. So
say, come on by and say hi. OG podcast is
wow, that's amazing.
You have to do.
So is your own tech in this episode? Well, yeah, right now we're bitching about it because it's not working.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
The dude's name is no Google. I don't want to use my real name.
Bit of a stumble. Well, I think it was a bit of a stumble. Or, oh, Boff, it was a bit of a fumble. A bit of a stumble. We're going to put this all the way down to 15%. And then we're going to do the wall down to 15%. Yeah, that makes me pop. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, so technology. Oh, by the way, I twatted through my Google Chrome on my iMac. Now, does that mean Twitter support isn't going to be working on Macs anymore? I didn't quite understand. Twitter tweeted an incorrect tweet that needed to be edited, but they said that because they want to keep their platform the same across all avenues, they are in 30 days they're no longer supporting Mac.
Really?
On Mac OS. Where did I see?
Oh, meaning like the app?
Yeah, do they have an app for Mac?
I think they have a Twitter app.
Oh yeah, fuck that. I don't care.
I use TweetDeck because that's how I schedule all my tweets and everything.
Yeah, you know what? I got to get back to TweetDeck. TweetDeck is good on the Mac. I like that on
Yeah,
there.
it's real. I think it's like $30 though, isn't it?
Is it? I think I already own it.
Yeah, it's really good though. That's how I schedule. It always crashes.
Yeah.
Like if you leave it open too long, it'll crash. But that's what I like when I'm done editing the vlog and stuff the night before.
Yeah.
You can. I'll give everybody a side hint. When I just finished editing the new vlog, because that's when I do my thank yous for the RTs. Like right at when I'm scheduling the next vlog is when I do the thank you. So that's the minute I finish.
That's funny. That's funny. All right. So today's topics, and I didn't really tell this to Larry. We're going to talk about that Snapchat update. Oh, that thing is horrible.
And how they're trying to defend it.
Right. But actually, I forget who it was. I saw someone talking about it. I think either that or read an article about how to get around it. So we'll talk about that in the podcast. The HomePod coffee stains. And then this it goes back again. I'm playing dumb here when we talk about this, but Android, and once again things are not what's it called? Oh, the word just slipped my mind. It's not the same across for everything. It's fragmented. It's so fragmented. We're also going to talk. What did you and I talk about? I think I mentioned something in there as well. You had talked about Google moving down the street from you, which is scary.
Yeah, and I just found out about that today. Honestly, Miguel Marrero tweeted me.
He blocks me on Twitter.
Said it's coming to Clarksville. I think it's Clarksville, Tennessee, which is about 2 hours.
If you ask,
go over there and take some pictures.
Oh, there you go. If you ask him, if ask him to unblock me, I promise I won't be mean to him anymore. Oh, and the other big story is a Jitbag Pie being investigated for fraud. That is hilarious.
By his own, the head of the FCC. The FCC is investigating the FCC.
Can jerk off. So we're gonna talk about that and more, whatever comes up in the podcast. But we're gonna try to roll through it quick because I got too much shit going on this weekend. I'm sure Larry does. And Larry's recovering from being sick. So
it's been a rough.
What the heck happened there? I lost Larry. Where did Larry go? Larry. Where'd Larry go? I lost Larry. Good thing we didn't start yet. Larry. Are you still talking? Is he still talking? Hello? You went away. Oh boy, good old Wirecast. Or maybe like he lost all his internets. Maybe that's why, because he hasn't even looked at his. Uh-oh, that's not good. Did you? Where's Larry? Oh, that it literally just cut out. I wonder if he lost power. That would not be good. That would suck. Oh, snap. Uh-oh, here it comes. Here's his... He's reading it. He's typing. Come back. Come back. Come back, laddie. Cousin laddie. It said connection problem. I'm still being me. Okay. Let me do a new... Hello? Let me do... A new Lil? His penis. No, I don't think it's his fault. Alright, we're going to disconnect that. We're going to go ahead and start a new session. Click OK. Send Larry the link. And boom. We'll see if that brings up. The feed, this is, again, this is supposed to be a new deal from. There he is.
Hello.
Now I can almost guarantee that this is going to be echoing when we come back on RRR.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that was weird.
It said like connect. You froze.
Right.
I quit hearing anything, and I looked down, and you were just frozen. It said connection problems above you, and then your screen went black, and I was still there, but it was gone.
That was weird.
It was weird.
That was weird. All right, let me set you back up here and bring in. Everybody was afraid something happened, like something blew up or something. I don't know. I told them just to stop, just relax. Everybody was concerned. Not really, but okay. All right, boom. Let's see how that sounds and say something, Larry.
Hello.
That was weird.
It was weird.
No, okay, it's not weird. All right, let me set you back up here and bring in. Everybody was afraid something happened, like something best part of the ship. Rip. I told them just. All right, it's good. Okay. All right, and until we lose, you're unsubbing. You're still subbed.
Fernando Pina Colada got jokes.
Let me set you back up here and bring in. Let me see. Afraid something happened, like. Hey. Part of the ship. Rip.
Fernando, for your information, I just pressed this button here on my phone now.
All right. Let's go ahead and just start recording this before something else happens.
Let's power.
Let's just plow through it. Okay. I'm guessing, do you want to open this up? Or do you...
Sure.
Okay. All right. We are 3, 2, 1.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the OG Podcast. It's Larry back with you with my bestest co-host ever, Mike Panetta.
What's up?
Say hello.
Hi, Larry.
Hello.
We can see Larry. He's not stuttering because that's not his fault. We can hear one Larry, not in an echo chamber, Larry. So, I think we're rolling.
They're saying I'm echoing.
Oh no! Hold on.
This is the greatest day.
Hi, Larry.
Hello.
Son of a bitch!
The best part about this whole thing, guys, is I have an echo machine over here.
You dick.
That would be the best if I got the vlog camera set up and I'm over here pressing echo.
Could you imagine? That would just be...
That would have been awesome.
Wow.
I don't have that kind of foresight.
I'd have to kill you. No, I didn't know. Hold on. Son of a bitch! Yeah.
The best part about this whole thing, guys, is I have an echo machine over here.
Let's see if this...
That would be the best if I got the vlog camera set up and I'm over here pressing echo.
Could you imagine? That would just be...
That would have been awesome.
Wow.
I don't have that kind of foresight.
I'd have to kill you. All right. No, I didn't know. All right, I'm going to kill our audio real quick. And bring it back in. Larry, say something.
Hello? You're pressing echo?
Could you imagine? That would just be... Right, let me see if this comes through. Wow.
I don't have that kind of foresight.
I'd have to kill you. All right. No, I didn't know. I don't feel like picking it up again. I just read my lips. All right, let's see what it says here. Larry, say something.
Hello?
No, he's still echoing. It's like a small room echo now.
Hello?
Makes no goddamn sense. It was working fine until we open up the new session. This is the mixtape. That makes no sense. I don't understand. You know what the best part is the fact that we have any audio at all, like right now, because last week this did not work at all. and it was
Makes no
crappy.
goddamn sense.
All right, say something,
What do you mean
Larry.
you hope we make this a normal thing? This is a normal thing. You've never tuned in before?
And this is great. I don't understand it.
You know what the best part is the fact that we have any audio at all, like right now, because last week this did not work at all.
Let's go. And it was Jesus. I don't feel like getting that echo for everybody to go on again.
Hope we make this a normal thing. This is a normal thing.
Wow, that's even worse. Oh my God. It has to be the rendezvous. It has to be.
That's gotta be, yeah.
All right. Let me do this. Let me disconnect and bring you back in. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm going to keep the same link. So just click on that same link after I kill you.
I'm good.
Kill you now. You there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what this sounds like. We'll kill it. You'll get a question mark. This podcast is possessed. And let's see it. Come on. Catch up. That lag, that YouTube delay. Okay, here we go. You there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what this sounds like. We'll kill it. You'll get a question mark. This podcast is possessed. And let's see it. Come on. Catch up. That lag, that YouTube delay. Say something, Larry. Larry. You there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what this sounds like. Larry. Larry. You'll get a question mark. This podcast. Are you kidding me, Larry? You can't hear me? And Larry, can you hear me right now? Larry? Hello? Hello, Larry? Oh, motherfucker. Larry?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Could you not hear me earlier?
I had to go back out and go back in.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see what it does here. As soon as I start. Can you hear me right now? It was given the room a question mark, but that's weird. Oh wait, there we go. Oh, motherfucker. Whoops. Larry?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it
Did you not
goes.
hear me earlier?
I had to go back out and go back in.
Okay, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Blow my head off. Jesus. Now I can't type. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and okay, that's great. Fine, thanks. That's not what I wanted to do. Bueller.
Hello.
No, I think they can hear you fine, pal.
Hello.
Jonathan died. He ain't here either.
R.I.P.
So he canceled. Yeah, he canceled because he wasn't feeling well. He actually had some minor surgery, dental surgery.
Oh, really?
So
Hello?
I think they can hear you. All right. Whenever you are ready, Larry, you can start.
Again?
Yeah, start again.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the OP Podcast. My name is Larry Dickerson, as it is every week, and we're with the second best co-host on any podcast in America or the world's, Mike Panetta.
Yeah. Take number 2.
Mike is a big O number 2.
I'm a big old number 2. Yeah, Larry's a little low. Wait, he's low? A little low, like
this or low like this?
Like low on the screen or like low on the... Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, perfect. All right. We're going to go with that. And that's
good enough.
That's how we do. So just turn your volume up and I'll speak a little quieter.
Check.
Oh, as far as I know, I'm gonna mess the people on the podcast here real quick and see what if it sounds like. I'm a big old number 2. Yeah, Larry's a little low. Wait, he's low. A little low, like low on the screen, or like low on the. Yeah, like low audio. Well, that's weird.
I'll just speak up. How do I sound now?
We got to play that on the thing. Here it is. You ready, folks? Podcast, get ready. A little low, like low on the screen. Here it comes. Like low on the. Here it comes. Yeah, like low audio. Well, that's weird.
I'll just speak up.
That's too loud.
How do I sound now?
Holy shit. Oh my god. All right. Well, that's a way to open the show. All right. Well, you know what? The theme. You know what? I'll let Larry say the theme because you can see it for the
topic of tonight's show.
I don't think you need to talk
technology sucks.
Jesus Christ, that's loud.
And if you're new to the OG podcast, you'll understand that every week we have issues with technology, like getting our podcast going. So we're going to take that cornerstone of the OG podcast of us having troubles and pivot to all the other troubles that are going on in technology this week.
Exactly.
Including things like, I almost said Instagram, but that's actually not going bad. That's the problem with this other company, Snapchat, their issues, a little FCC issues.
Yes.
What may be a problem for Google moving to Tennessee and me stalking them. Coffee rings with your Apple AirPod.
HomePod.
And pretty much anything else that comes up.
Most likely it'll occur during this podcast.
Yes. Snapchat and anything to do with their.
See, I think it sounds good now, so oh, son of a bitch.
You guys should hear my feed.
Yeah. Well, you know, I got to tell you right now, someone said the best way to fix your Snapchat problem is to delete Snapchat and open up Instagram. And you're done. So I tend to agree with them. So it's all good. But, why did you delete that for? That was great.
Because I don't like pina coladas. I'm a strawberry daiquiri man.
Oh, okay. That's all good. So what do we start with? What do you want to start with? What's your
Let's go. You already touched on. Let's jump on Snapchat.
Yeah, so if you don't use Snapchat, which apparently I was wrong because that's how everyone communicates now. You know, God forbid you've got unlimited text these days, unlimited phone calls, and you see each other's goddamn faces every day in school.
It is, though. I mean, all the guys not all the guys, a few of the guys that work for me, that's how they communicate back and forth is Snapchat. And I'm like, why don't you guys just text? But they have no answer because you brought that up the other day, and I specifically asked them.
Right.
Because they're like, oh, yeah, such and such sent me a snap when he was over at this customer's. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't he just text you? So I don't understand. And maybe I'm too old, but these guys aren't like super young. We're talking like 30, early 30s, late 20s. So, I mean, we're not talking,
right.
19, 20, 21. So I don't know. I don't understand that whole thing. I mean, I understand it deletes after a few minutes.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, if you're just texting someone, why would you want it to delete?
And that's the thing is, like, you have to open the app. You have to swipe over now to the right to get to the messages, to get to your friends. Then you got to tap on the person, and then you can message them.
Yeah.
Texting, it was literally one, boom, done. I don't understand it. And you know what? The video feed, the messaging and everything you can do, the features, that's cool with the video and everything. getting there to it now, the interface, in my opinion, I thought the interface was just horrible. I mean, it was just this, like...
To me, it's always been horrible.
It's always been horrible. It's as bad as Reddit. Reddit is like the worst of the worst interfaces. It's like, you know, we're just going to make a message board, and you have to click on a link, and good luck finding anything in Reddit. I mean, it's like somebody was like, yeah, you know what? It took off. We're not going to make it any better. We're not going to make the interface pretty.
The only way I look at anything on Reddit if somebody shares a link with me.
Yeah, but
it takes me right to it.
Yeah, but then you can't, like, then it's just a mishmash of, like, everything. I mean, it's horrible.
And I know some people say, because this is the OG podcast, the old guys podcast, that we're just out of touch. We don't understand social media.
No, I completely understand.
But I'm telling you, 20-year-old Larry right now would not like Snapchat.
No, not at all. I love Instagram. Instagram makes sense.
Instagram. I've been on Instagram since like day one.
Yeah.
I remember showing my wife, I'm like, look at this, you can just take pictures and this and that. And she's like, it's not really for me. She got more into it when it became less about pictures and more about just sharing your crap.
Right.
And Mike knows I have a whole thing about Instagram and my rules, but I would unfollow my wife, but she's my wife, so it's like legally I have to follow it.
Legally. I would say the only thing that Instagram doesn't have is a chatting feature. You know, actually it does. I mean, you could message somebody. I guess it does. I guess that's the same thing. I don't know. I just don't.
But Instagram, the only reason I have Instagram is, who do I follow on Instagram? There's a few people I follow, but they've pretty much made that transition over to Instagram. Like, I mean, the main reason is DJ Khaled. I mean, and that's just because he got lost on a jet ski once, and that was huge news. So like I always follow him, but I usually just click through his real quick. But I've only been on it since it revamped once, I think. And I found him right away because obviously I only follow like one or two people, so it was easy to find my people because they're right, in the mix.
Thanks, buddy.
I can see followed a bunch of people and all the stories are mixed in. Like, it can be a pain in the butt to find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But to me, when they do something like that, it's sink or swim. You either you stick with it and you deal with it, or you just move on.
Right.
And the dude came out, the CEO or whoever came out and said, I think his quote, I didn't read the article because I could care less about Snapchat, but his quote in the article that I read, the headline was, the complaints pretty much verify why we made the change. And I'm like, okay, but every complaint I hear is about your whole layout sucks now. And then you're trying to say that because they're complaining about the sucky layout verifies why we changed it. I'm like, whatever you say, dude.
Yeah, and you actually can get the old version back, but you have to delete the app. You got to reload it. You have to go in and say you forgot your password, and you can go ahead and reset it. And it'll take you back. It's like a whole list of things you got to do if you really want to get back to the old. Yeah. But the problem, the one caveat is, if your phone crashes or the app crashes or you force quit the app, how many times does that happen a day? Yeah. So, and then what'll happen is it'll go right back to the newest feature. So I guess you could forget about that because shit crashes every day, all day. So
and I tried. I tried to get into Snapchat probably about a year ago.
Yeah.
Not really get into it, but sort of promote it more to get more followers.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's a number up here that says like 725. I don't know what that means.
No idea.
I know there's not 725 people following me, I don't think. Maybe there is. I don't know.
Or is that how many snaps you did?
Maybe it is. I don't know. It's right underneath. It says Geeky Nerd Dad, and then like a line 725, a line, and then some other symbol. But the thing that got me and why I'm probably just going to delete my account is an employee that quit / I fired started following me on Snapchat.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm like, yeah, no.
No, I don't think so. No, thank you.
And it said they found me. How did it say? It says how they find you.
That's creepy.
How did he find me?
That is creepy.
I think it was like my phone number or something, or I don't know. It was something I wasn't very happy with.
Wow. Well, I mean, just technology, it just in general. I mean, there was a whole was a whole to-do about, just apps, changing and then not being what people wanted. And,
and honestly, Instagram has been taking some hits lately too, because they started taking your feed out of order and just feeding you what they think's the most important ones first.
Right. I hate that.
And then they start hitting you. I've noticed the last couple of weeks they are spitting
ads,
suggested,
sponsored,
like, well, some sponsored, but I'm getting a lot of suggested ones, like a lot of ones like if you like something or Tomas likes something, somebody that I follow,
right?
If they like something enough, then that account comes up and, hey, maybe you want to check. Now, there's been a couple that I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. Tomas likes a lot of camera gear stuff, and there's actually a couple that I've ended up following,
right?
But it's just it gets to a point where it's like, oh, that's a cool picture, and I'm like, oh, I don't even follow them, which I guess is good. But it's like, to me, I follow a very limited number of people on my social sites, so I really don't want it clogged up with other stuff.
Yeah.
I really didn't notice the changes too much because on Instagram I only follow a handful of people, and
it's
I don't,
easier to manage.
I follow 75 people, so all of a sudden that 75 is probably more like 150 with all the crap they throw in there with, sponsored, suggested, blah blah blah.
Right. Well, I think it's like sometimes I'll go in and like I want to, like I go back in to look at a picture I seen earlier, and I'm like, I realize it's going to update. I'm like, no, and it goes to the top. I'm like, can you leave off where I was?
Instagram is probably the number one socials app or whatever that I go to first. So I haven't really come across where I'm usually pretty caught up. Like I said, there's only 75 accounts that I follow. A lot of them don't post daily.
Right.
And I'm pretty, like, I don't, like, all of a sudden start seeing old stuff because I usually check it so regular that I don't think they hit me with a couple-day old one to make sure I saw it because you've already seen it. I don't know how they know I saw it. Maybe they can track when I scroll by something because I don't like every single post. But it seems that part hasn't really affected me too much that I've noticed.
Right. Yeah, and that's, I don't know. I just, and I started doing more of the Instagram stories, which I think is pretty cool. And so I'm doing a shot right now of telling everybody, hey, podcast is recording every Friday night. You should come join us. Yay.
I'm going to do one now that says, don't watch the podcast. It's on every Friday night, but don't watch it. Yay.
Yay. So, okay, so enough of that. We've talked about that for 15 minutes, 10 minutes now. But yeah, so it just growing pains, I think, at this point when it comes to Instagram and stuff like that. But which should not be experiencing growing pains is Android. And, there's a few things that are coming out this week. And one of them is to do with... and again, every Android fanboy out there is praying that this is not. But Android is talking about embracing the notch. And what that means is I haven't the foggiest idea. I mean, I know exactly what it means. It means that they want more phones to have the iPhone notch in it. Which, I mean, at this point, you may as well just give us the forehead and the chin. Just on a smaller level. And... I don't have a problem with the iPhone notch, and I barely even see it these days. I really don't care. I just see it as, okay, so it has a notch. That's just like having a forehead or a chin, the bezels around the side. It's just making it smaller for whatever reason. The Essential phone's the same thing. So I don't know if at this point this means Android wants other phones to start doing this because they like the idea of... the look, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, Larry, what do you think?
I'm fine with notches. I think Essential did it very well with just the camera.
Yeah.
I think the iPhone does it very well. Although it sounds like this is going to be the last version like this. It sounds like the next one they're going to have some kind of more streamlined, which personally... like you said, I wouldn't mind if they just pulled down the whole upper area
Yeah.
Just to the very bottom of the sensors and just went straight across.
Right.
You're not gaining that much by having the notches.
Right.
Because to me, they don't optimize them.
They haven't
as well as they probably could.
No, and
so maybe that's something. I don't know what the next version is going to be. I think they should just go straight across and call it good. I don't really care about the was it 18:9 aspect ratio or whatever it is. I really just don't care. 16:9 is fine for me. So whatever it takes to get to that, I would rather have that. Everything I'm watching has black bars on the sides, so you're not. It's advancing technology for the sake of advancing technology, and not for the sake of the consumer, or like they're not giving me anything more by doing it.
Right.
If you do expand it, then the notch is cut out, and that's in any phone. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the iPhone, the Essential phone, or future phones. If you're going to push technology forward, push it forward for purpose.
Yeah.
Not just for pushing it forward. If something comes along in 2 years and I'm like, oh, okay, then I'll take back my word. But I haven't seen anything. Like I said, if they optimized that area and made it like what was the LGV? Was it the 10 was the first one, like that secondary screen?
Yeah.
That was always on. Like if there's something like that you get some huge, maybe not a huge, but some type of benefit by having the notches, or then I would say, okay, cool. Then but leave it there.
Yeah.
Don't make it part of whatever else. If I'm going to start watching something else and I flip the screen like this, if it has my time and my battery, flip that to where it reads the other way and it's always there. Don't give me, I don't know. This implementation, like I said, it's not Apple. It's everybody. There has to be a purpose for what you're doing, not just look, we have almost full screen real estate, and yeah, but that doesn't do me any good. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Like, you haven't seen it really. Like, the only thing people are doing is expanding the screen, like their apps, just to fill the screen. It's not offering anything.
Well.
What's that?
They're not doing it well.
No, they're not doing anything with it.
And Apple doesn't even do it well.
No,
There's
they're
much
not.
Dead space and stuff.
Which leads me to believe that nothing's going. Like, this is it. They're not. No one. Everyone is waiting at this point to see if that's. They're not going to change their apps and implement that area if Apple's just going to get rid of it. And I think the rumors of that occurring are leading these developers to. Well, why would I do that?
Out like yesterday, or maybe I think it was yesterday, where it said that Apple said as of April, I think it's April, that you have to have any apps in the App Store have to be optimized for the iPhone 10.
Yeah, well, the iPhone 10 will be around for at least another year. Just from.
Yeah.
But they're not.
But I'm saying that I think even if they went to and they get rid of the notch, I think the aspect ratio, I think they're going to stick with that. So I think even if if you optimize for the 10, I think whatever else they come, I think we're still going to be looking. You know how Apple did before, even if they had the smaller, like the 5, you could stretch it easily as a developer for the 6 or the 6, whatever it was. But,
right.
Yeah.
I
don't know, man.
Do you think we're going to see a larger screen?
I hope so.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a larger screen.
I still have a lot of issues typing on this.
I still can't. I hit that goddamn. Yeah, I hit that. What do I always hit when I'm typing? I always hit that goddamn return button, and it's like it's skipping to something else, or I forget what it is. Like if I'm typing on something, or I hit the goddamn space bar, and I'm like, that's not what I typed. And I'm like, and I go back and I'm like, I hit that goddamn lower. It's just too narrow, and that's what I didn't like about the Samsungs. It's just too, it's just narrow. It's too. Yeah. Give me some. You know what
girth. I blame hipsters and skinny jeans.
Right. I just this. There's okay. You always want length, but you know what? Girth is important too. There, I said it.
This is the OG podcast. Welcome to Out of the Closet.
I don't care.
This week on the OG podcast, Mike jumps out butt naked.
I don't care if you got a foot long. If you throw it and it looks like a hot dog going down a hallway, you need some girth. I hate to break it to you. It's like Paris. It's like Paris Hilton throwing a hot dog down a hallway. It just.
Oh, derailment.
TV likes it long and narrow.
Here's one. I'm totally gonna try to reel us back in. Here's one that we didn't talk about, which should be right up your alley. Huawei was in the news this week.
What, another phone?
Because the FBI, the CIA, and the NSA say American citizens should not use Huawei phones.
Nobody uses them anyway.
Which, quite honestly, I've heard this for years.
Right.
Or at least a year or so. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's their relationship with companies beholden, because the risk of letting a company beholden to foreign governments inside the country's telecommunications infrastructure. Huawei is a global leader in networking equipment, and the government has previously blocked it from selling technology to some federal agencies.
Interesting.
Yep.
Now you wonder why they put out 42 phones in 2 years.
Yeah, they're hoping somebody forgets. Like, oh, there's so many that just eventually something's going to leak in.
You can pay Danny and Dom all the money in the world. Nobody's gonna buy the phone. Or
yeah, here he is. In 2012, Congress released a report saying that 2 Chinese companies should be viewed with suspicion. The companies both strongly disputed the reports, finding them that at the time, with Huawei calling them baseless.
Yeah, okay.
In January, talks with Huawei and AT&T to sell its smartphones fell through.
Yeah, exactly. They don't need their phones, you know. And the other thing is they're garbage. They're all garbage phones. They're the worst.
Well, it's like you were talking about earlier with the fragmentation of Android. A company like Huawei just makes that magnified by 1,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not even updating.
They're just dumping phones out.
Yeah, and
they'll release 5 of them that's on Android,
N.
F, or like they're so far behind.
Yeah,
and then N, and then it's like your whole gallery is like half the alphabet because you're not just pushing one thing out.
Yeah, so you know what? And the thing is, it's not getting... I thought the fragmentation would get better. It's gotten worse. We are now into February, and Oreo, I think it was called, is still not on barely any phones.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
and that comes back to... I don't blame Google, per se.
No, it's not Google's fault.
It's their fault because they've made it an open platform, but... It's a combination between, look at Samsung. Samsung wants to optimize whatever Google's going to come out with to their crappy OS.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that's done, a place like Verizon or AT&T wants to look at it so they can put their crap on there.
Right.
I wish Samsung was smart and would just be like, you know what? No. Mm-hmm. You guys don't put anything on your phones. We're probably the number 2 or neck and neck with iPhone.
Yeah.
So to get us up maybe another level, quit putting your crap on our phone.
Right. We have
because a lot of the apps are doubled and tripled up or whatever.
Exactly. And unfortunately, right now, the iPhone or the Samsung. What was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought for a second there. Crap.
Well, the Pixel doesn't have any Verizon bloatware, does it? You had the Pixel.
No, it did not. No, wait, did it?
See, so Google...
No, wait, I don't remember.
I don't think it did.
Dave, Mobility Today, Saucony. Saucony had the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. We'll see what he says. You know what? I think... And you know what the thing is? I don't know what their contract is with Verizon and these guys.
That's true. They may have signed a contract for like 20 years or something.
Right. And it just, like you said, it just slows it down for them to really get ahead. They should definitely.
But you can see, like I said, if Pixel doesn't have it, the Verizon one has some apps.
I agree, Tomas. If Samsung went vanilla, I would give them another shot. I agree.
And I tell you what they could go vanilla and just put a couple features like you talk about, like the Essential phone did that, or what's the other one I'm thinking of? OnePlus?
OnePlus, yeah.
They'll do that where it's basically vanilla, but they just put a few bells and whistles in there, and then that's it. And which makes it easy to get Google updates, and just makes the OS just run so much smoother. You talk about Samsung, it's putting, Android, and then there's whatever they call it, the TouchWiz essentially on top.
Yeah.
It just bogs everything down. Like,
but
I don't
who
care
knows?
what you say after 30 days with a Samsung, it's junk.
Who knows what if Verizon's paying to be on the phone and they got, you know what I mean? Like, who knows? Who knows which way that's going? Like, is Verizon paying Samsung to be on the phone, or is Verizon making it that it has to be on there because they want the Verizon customers to be able to use their apps and not bring them into the store? So I
want to meet the person who uses Verizon's cloud service. I want to meet the a-hole that uses Verizon's messaging app.
Oh, God.
But you know who would do it? It's somebody who doesn't know.
Right.
Because the Verizon, when you buy a Samsung phone, Verizon messaging app is the what would you call it? Like the one that, the word is escaping me, but it's the one that's preloaded as your main one.
Right.
So like when you start messaging, that's the first one that's up. You
Right.
have to change it to be the Google one or the Samsung one or whatever.
Right. Dave said that the Pixel 2 XL was completely stripped of Verizon, so that did not have anything on it. So they did it right. But that was Google. Google came in and said,
So you're talking like the main manufacturer saying no.
Right. And I think
somehow Samsung, like you said, it's probably a longer contract. I'm sure Samsung doesn't want their crap on there.
I'm sure they don't. And listen, if Verizon wants to put on their Verizon wireless app where you go on and look at your account, I'd be fine with that.
Oh yeah.
But that's it. I don't need your other shit.
Yeah.
And now, this is funny. Verizon Wireless is now offering Netflix for free to new account holders. Verizon Fios, or is it wireless? I think it's Verizon. Just Verizon Wireless, I think. Is now offering Netflix for free. And I'm like, well, fuck the people who are already doing it. So, I don't want it for free, right? That would be nice. But, and that's the thing is somebody just said my aunt used the Verizon messaging apps.
That's exactly it. Somebody who has no idea. And they just turn on their phone, and Verizon sets it up for them while they're sitting there. Whenever I go buy a phone or do something at Verizon, I see that person sitting there.
Yep. I feel sorry for people that work there. I want to kill myself when I go in there. It's just depressing.
It's a horrible experience.
It is. I'm like, and they're like, okay, so this is the Samsung Galaxy J. This is free, and I'm like, don't take a free phone just because it's free. Don't take a free phone.
You want a tablet with that too for $5 a month? Okay. Well, here's the Samsung H.
And it pains me, but anyway, the HomePod, and I've been saying this from the beginning. This thing just does not impress me. Did you return yours yet?
Siri, text Mike and tell him to shut up. See, I didn't say hey, so it didn't do anything. I didn't want to turn on anybody's thing.
So
no, I did not. I'm actually enjoying mine. It's on my wood desk too. So
you're fudged, and that's.
I don't listen to it that often.
That's the top. So it doesn't secrete when you don't listen to it often.
No, I think it's the vibration. It's the rubber on the bottom, and it's the. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
And it's just leaving. It's the rubber touching and vibrating. Mike just wants me to keep saying touching and vibrating
and rubber.
But I've had no issue. I thought about it last night, or maybe it was the other day. I was sick, laying in bed, and I said, "Hey Siri." Oh shoot. Never mind.
Siri, pork it.
I said, that, and then I said, play Taylor Swift Reputation album. That's my go-to album.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? That's pretty cool. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling over here. I said, play my favorite album, and I just played it. Is it worth $350? No. But I don't know. I'm in the Apple ecosystem.
Well, listen, I got an idea. And for those who don't know what we're talking about, apparently there is some form of residue, or I guess people are calling it acid. I don't know if it's acid, but whatever it's doing, it's discoloring, much like a coffee cup would put a ring or a drink on your coffee table or your wood table. And
do you respect wood?
and
You don't respect wood.
you don't respect the wood. But I'm thinking, why don't we just make coasters for our HomePods? We can make millions of cents.
You're starting to sound like Quinn.
Millions of cents. Well, we'll get to Quinn in a minute. So, I think I think we pretty much hit everything. I think the only thing we didn't talk about was Jitbag Pie from the FCC after he screwed everyone over by getting rid of net neutrality or potential of screwing everyone over, is being investigated on a separate case, which now I don't know if this is someone just piling on saying that there could be a problem with the net neutrality, which I don't think that's... I didn't read that in the article. It was a company that wanted to buy a number of broadcast networks, broadcast stations, and become the largest in the in North America. And apparently he was forcing this to go through or messing with, basically illegal
stations or something, and he was sort of helping them out. Is what the accusations are or something.
So basically he's committing fraud. He's trying, tampering with evidence and, trying to make it work when it's not, which at the end of the day, he's probably taking money. And I hope the fucker gets ousted because of it, because screw him. But, asshole.
He seems like a pretty popular guy, though.
Yeah, he is. I wish he would get rid of his Reese cup, because that puts a bad name on Hershey. So I want him gone. But that's another story for another day. So, but anyway, do you have a get off my lawn this week?
I do.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go first because you know what mine is,
Yep.
and we'll go from there. So
mine is gonna be very narrow for a very small group of individuals.
All right. Well, whenever you're ready, go for it.
I'm ready.
All right. Go ahead.
So this week on my Get Off My Lawn segment, I want to talk about buying sneakers. Now, like I said, this is very narrow, but it is damn near impossible to get the sneakers you want because of bots and resellers. Now, I use resellers, but they go, and I follow a lot of them. I'm actually friendly with some of them. I have personal cell phone numbers in case I need something. But they have connections where they'll go to Foot Locker and buy every size and leave like 5. So when you go to Foot Locker, like, nah, man, we ain't got your size. But the dude just left because he'll give, if it's a $160 sneaker, he'll pay them $270 or $175, $180. And they, the dude getting paid at Foot Locker is getting an extra couple $100 for selling to this guy. And then this guy gets them 2 weeks early. And the day that they come out, he just rings them all up like they got sold that day.
That's
then the other thing is bots. So if you try to buy one on the app, like the sneakers app, the second something goes live, I'll literally hit it. And it'll be like, oh, nope, hold on. And I'm talking the second it goes live. Now, that being said, today I actually did that and actually purchased a pair of sneakers for the first time that I don't even want. I'm going to flip them. But it looks like I should be I paid $160 for them, and I should be able to sell them for about $300. So that's great. But that's the first time. And it's damn near impossible. And the other thing is where I live, this is my problem. I can't just go to a Foot Locker because the closest Foot Locker to my house is damn near an hour and 45 minutes away. I have troubles. I like sneakers.
You like sneakers.
I had notes for that one.
No. Is that
That's it.
That's it. And I waited a good 40 seconds before I realized I didn't put you in your own little window. So
that's okay.
I'm leaving you there for a few seconds, and then we can go back to the group. But I apologize for that. I'm slacking. The whole purpose of this app, of this software, is to create the ambiance of being single person. And actually, you know what? I think I'm going to make those windows bigger for next time. So they should definitely be bigger. But all right. And I think you might chime in on this one at some point. So if you feel like you want to say something, you can. Mm-hmm. This is for... Here, let me put me over here real quick. This is for one singular person. Actually, you know what? It's only for one singular person because the singular person speaks out on Twitter, where there are many people I know that go see something and just flat out don't understand it. And they want to go see it just they want to give it a try, or they want to feel special or a part of it. But I'm talking to one Quinn Snazzy Q Nelson. And Quinn, you know, you're a very smart, educated dude, but you don't know shit about comic books. You don't know shit about anything sci-fi related. I'm sorry. But you put yourself out there and you say you're going to go see something, and you come out with the most outlandish perception of how it isn't good. And for example, we're talking about Black Panther. And I'll also throw in there Star Wars. You probably have never watched Star Wars a day in your life. You've never played with a Star Wars toy. You probably never read any kind of cartoon or any comic book related stuff to Star Wars, you know, or Marvel. Let's go back to the movie Marvel and DC. So you can't make an opinion about something that you're just trying to be topical, and it drives me batty. Like, just let it go. Just don't go. You don't need to go see it. It's clearly below your intelligence, because you like more sophisticated things. I think you told me you like Paddington 2. I mean, you tell me you like Paddington 2, and you don't like Black Panther. Like, I don't. No, just and I love the GIF that I threw out there at you. It's Michael Jordan going, "Stop, just get some help, stop."
The problem is he didn't know who Michael Jordan was.
See, if it's not your world, it's okay that it's not your world. It's okay. You don't need to immerse yourself in it. If you've never read the comic book on any of the DC or Marvel, it's okay. You don't have to go see the movies. They're not your thing. Clearly, us Neanderthals like it, and you don't. Go spend your money on something else that's better. Paddington 2. But that's my rant point strictly at Quinn. But I love you, Quinn, because you do so many other things so well. Just this one. Just let us
name one thing he does well. See, I caught you, liar.
He does a good job building PCs and building Mac, Frankenstein Macs from his ass. Those I enjoy. Okay. Panetta, you bully. You know, and
I'll jump in and I'm not going to pile on Quinn, because I've heard other people say this as well, and I've specifically been off Twitter. I knew what Quinn said because Mike let me know. Or no, I'm sorry. I saw Quinn's. It was one of the last tweets I saw this morning before I went radio silence, because I didn't want to get spoiled by somebody like Geekster Labs, like he did Rogue One for me. So I went radio silent, but I saw Quinn's. And I'm like, okay, you know, Quinn had said something before, like you said, Star Wars, and there was something else. So he's in a different generation. He doesn't have that nostalgia.
No.
Like, we're going to give things a chance no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But to say, for one, Black Panther was already breaking records before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was tracked to be like the biggest movie like ever type of thing. So to see it and then just not even be able to say, like, I think he eventually said something positive about it or whatever, but it was predictable, and it was this and it was that, and it was the same cookie cutter and blah, blah, blah. And Marvel, I believe the quote that got me is he said, Marvel should quit making movies or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Marvel is literally killing. Marvel single-handedly keeping the movie industry going.
Right.
So to say something as irresponsible and unintelligent as to say Marvel should stop making movies makes you sound, like Mike said, that you don't know what you're talking about. So even if you do, like, you could easily just say, I didn't like Black Panther. I didn't dig the story. I didn't like this, like that. Opinion done.
Right.
To take it to the next step and say Marvel shouldn't be making movies. The other thing that you sort of, you come off bad, in my opinion, is Black Panther is not only just another Marvel movie, Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's a very powerful, and like I won't give any spoilers or anything. There's a lot of underlying things in there that I think they do a really fantastic job of not smacking you over the head with. But when you think about the different things that happen in this movie and how they can relate to real life and real world things going on now and in the past, it's an extremely relevant, powerful, and needed movie for a certain for many minorities, for people that aren't minorities. And like I said, I think I say it in my vlog, or I said it to Mike earlier too, to have such a socially powerful movie released, wrapped up in a super popular thing like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think says a lot about where we're at, and that this movie could be made. This movie could track to be one of the biggest movies of all time. For a character that nobody knew. Did I know who Black Panther was? Maybe peripherally, being a comic book fan, but it's like Guardians of the Galaxy type thing. Like nobody knew that comic book.
Right.
Now, granted, that doesn't have the scope. This message.
Right.
Anyways, my point is that there's much more to this movie than just a Marvel movie. And I think that you really need to take a look at it maybe after you see it, or just really ponder on it a little bit. And unfortunately, I think if you don't see that, you may have some other issues going on with you about not being able to see other things around you. You may be a little sheltered.
Well, it is.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Get off our lawn. So, but yeah, I mean, that's just, and that can really, move over to other people that I know that would sit there and say, I've never seen a Star Wars. I don't get it. Okay, fine. But you don't need to tell me that you don't get it if you've never seen it. You've never seen it. So how do you not get it? It's, and then
and like I said, my wife is 10 years younger than me. She has no connection to Star Wars, that type of stuff.
Right.
It kills me when she says things like, "Oh, I can't stand this," because I'll have it on.
Right.
And
it's like,
but she won't even give it the time because she doesn't have any connection with it, and that I can understand.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But the other thing that she wouldn't do is like belittle it to me because she knows how much it means to me. So if you know how much, and maybe doing this like you said, just get on that train of something that's super popular at the time.
Right.
Quinn is very quick to say, "Oh man, that new iPhone 10, that thing's garbage. I'm never gonna." And then he turns around and gets it.
Right.
"Oh, I can't believe people would pay for this new blah blah the iMac Pro. That's ridiculous."
Right.
And then he turns around and gets it.
Right.
So it's like he's that's sort of his MO, to sort of like go against the grain, even though he's going to go with the grain, but he goes against it just to sort of get something going,
to put it out there. And there's nothing, and that's fine. But when you get called on it, it makes you look bad. And whatever. It's our opinion, And I think sometimes, like you said about your wife, you just kind of being like, "Oh, I can't stand this." If my wife wants to piss me off or get on my nerves, she'll do that to something I like. I'll be watching something on TV. "Oh, again? You're watching this again?" And I'm just, woman.
Yes,
I would never
and
do
that's
that.
But like I said, it's that I'll put up with because there's benefits to dealing with that.
Exactly.
I don't have benefits coming from Quinn.
Exactly.
And to say that he liked Paddington almost reinforces my thought of something with very social commentary,
which
and something that's just whitewashed,
Right. Now, I'm going to see Paddington 2 on Monday with my daughter. I'm taking my daughter to go see Paddington 2 because she's off from school. But, I'm not going by myself or with other adults.
Yeah, because you might get arrested.
Yeah, exactly, Quinn.
No.
But, along with that, almost before I forget, oh god, oh that it is. You told me about a Netflix series that's on. Things That Made Us. Is that what it was? Toys That Made Us. Toys that we.
That's what you keep saying, but I don't think that's what.
Toys that we were brought up on, or
maybe it is.
There's a series, Toys That Made Us, or but anyway, it's a series on Netflix, and they have like 3 or 4 videos out now, so like documentaries.
Toys That Made Us.
Toys That Made Us. The first one was Star Wars, and it's funny that Star Wars happens to be the first one, and you know Larry talking about that connection. And this is in anything that I knew. I learned this from watching this last night, literally just last night. You know, Star Wars was probably the first movie out there, and it was in movie theaters and whatnot, that created a product to be sold, toys to be sold in parallels with it, you know, to be sold with it. And as a matter of fact, they didn't come out till like 6 or 7 months later after the movie was released. But regardless, Star Wars broke that mold of a movie would go out in the theater, you would see it, you know, talk about it a little bit, it'd be gone. Star Wars came along, and the guy said it, and this is a hilarious thing. No one asked you if you saw Star Wars back then. They asked, how many times have you seen Star Wars so far? And, you know, that was the buzz that, you know, that they wanted to create with this, that, you know, the everyone involved with it, but they wanted to make a toy for it. They went to every toy builder at that time, and they all told them no. And Kenner, obviously, as anyone who knows now, sees it now, Kenner makes toys for Star Wars, and they were the ones that wanted to do it, because the one guy that was in that company followed the director. Oh my God, why does the director slip in my mind? Good Lord. George Lucas. He followed George Lucas's career. You know, George Lucas wasn't, you know, immensely, you know, huge then. I mean, he's creating a brilliant director back then too. But when he had this and the guy saw it, he's like, we have to do this. We have to jump on this and make these toys for them. But if you have Netflix, you have to see it, because there's so much more that I'm missing from it, and the stories that the guys that worked at Kenner and what they did to come up with the toys, it's amazing. You sit there and go, that, like, oh my God, you did. How did you think of that? You know, and Larry, I know you remember this. The dude that made the Millennium Falcon was 20 years old or 21 years old. 21 years old. The dude designed the Millennium Falcon on a piece of paper. No computers, no. The bastard put it on a drafting board. How awesome is that? Imagine.
Yeah, it's a great story.
Oh, it's amazing. If you have Netflix, you have to see it. You have to see it. So I'll leave it at that. But all right, so we went on longer than we wanted to. So let's go ahead and wrap it up for the podcast portion. We'll talk for a couple minutes with everyone if anyone else is still in the room that wants to ask any questions. But Larry, where can everybody find you?
Everybody can find me at Geeky Nerd Dad everywhere.
Everywhere.
And Mike, where can they find you?
Well, thanks for asking, Larry. They can find me at Tech Examined. Everywhere. Oh, you creamers and dreamers out there. So thank you so much. Thank you, Wirecast. But it looks like it finally settled down. So I don't know how that audio thing's going to work, but I really don't want to deal with that when I've got a guest on. You know, when we have a guest on and I'm trying to get it set up, so that'd be a pain in the ass. But anyway, you all have a good one. We might have a guest on next week. Got to nail it down and figure out what to do.
Let's just say diamonds.
Potentially. Big fatty diamond. Who out there
10 million diamonds
might have 10 million of something that we're going to get on the show. Ooh.
Star Wars toy.
Next
week, they're talking to my cousin Leroy.
The Boba Fett with the little shooting thing on his back. So, anyway, you all take it easy, and till the next podcast, thank you for joining us.
Deuces.
All right, that is that. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
So that's Tomas brings up a good one. That we should. That should be a good get off my lawn. People that contact you, slide into your DMs and ask you all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
And,
yeah. Oh,
they
that's
got more
annoying.
subs than you. They got more followers than you, but yet they don't know crap about crap.
I know. And then, hey, you think you could give me a you know, I was really proud of this video, you know, help? Oh.
Sorry, I don't know who you are.
I can't do that.
And then if you sit there and show them all the stuff, answer all their questions, and then they go out and then they buy the product, you're like, yeah, they didn't use my link. Like, come on, man.
Or
I'm the one who convinced you to buy it.
But anyway, so guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next week, and we're gonna have to pull this one down and edit it. So, thank you so much for joining us. You all have a good day. I'm Dick Paddington.
Hey, I'm Dick Paddington too. Big Quinn Nelson loves me.
Oh!
Hey.
Hey-o, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And, Dick Bukaki, thanks for coming in the room.
Tomas. For coming all over our chat room.
Great. Thank you so much. Great for joining us. And that's it. Fred, the record. Cue the record.
Fred!
We out. Wait, I got to hit OK.
Okay.
Oh boy. Well, thank you so much for everyone joining the show. What, 4:30, Jim? Are you nuts? Thanks for coming.
4:30. I missed 2 days this week, so I got to hit the gym 4:30 tomorrow to make up the one day that I missed.
Damn. That's